Hello YouTube, my name is Gauntlet, and welcome back to my YouTuber Battle Royale series. We're about 2 hours away from the end of day 20. I'm second on the VP's list, Gogogag is first. Gogogag and I are also the top 2 for the Mightiest Armies, as you can see. It's been about 5 days since Sky Badger surrendered, and Gogogag and I have been preparing for the final war in this game. We agreed to a non-aggression pact until the start of day 23, and that's because the AIs have been attacking us due to the popularity of our respective countries being so low. So we decided to clean up the AIs that are nearby. I finished off Morocco, now I'm attacking Spain and Portugal. Gogogag is attacking Poland and Ukraine, and he already had conquered Communist Russia. This means with Sky Badger kind of forming a buffer right here, the main contact point between myself and Gogogag will be in France and in the Atlantic. So once I've taken over the Iberian Peninsula, I'm going to form up my battle plan in southern France and prepare for that invasion. This is what I've researched so far. I'm going for an artillery heavy army with aircraft in support and using my ships to get naval dominance in the Atlantic and along the coastline so that maybe I can launch some raids against Gogogag. And I have an advantage in that area because Gogogag does not have any cruisers, and I know that because he has no level 2 naval bases. All of his naval bases are level 1. So that puts me at an advantage in naval war. I also have naval bombers ready to spot his submarines if he tries to send them into the Mediterranean to spot me. And you may have noticed that we're at war. That is somewhat of an accident because I put my submarines on aggressive and they attacked Gogogag's submarines, which he had in the Gibraltar Strait. So they fought and I killed 2 of them. I lost 1 submarine. And that was just a warning to Gogogag that he should not be in my territorial waters. Because I'm not in the English Channel, I'm not in the North Sea, so he should not be in the Mediterranean or in the Straits of Gibraltar. In terms of my economy, I've almost maxed out my food production. Maxing out this metal. Getting level 3 on those oils, level 1 on this oil, level 1 on that oil. My air-based network is good. I'm also building paratroopers, as they will be pretty useful in attacking Gogogag in France. Good interceptors. Our interceptors are the same level. And yeah, still continuing the preparation for the final war of this game. We are now about 7 hours into day 22. Which means in about 17 hours and 14 minutes, the war to end all wars will begin. I have the second most VPs, Gogogag has the most, but my economy is slightly bigger than Gogogag's. I have destroyed Spain, taken over all of this nice land, especially this double food, which is really useful. Gonna take over Portugal as well. After that, I will complete my preparations to invade France. I also got to review all using my 4 spies. And from the looks of it, Gogogag does not have a very large force in France. Most of his units are still in Eastern Europe, fighting Poland. He was able to take over Ukraine, and he is almost done with Poland, but I don't think he'll be able to get his units back to France in time for day 23. So I should have the numerical advantage early on, and I plan to use it. Bringing up my artillery, bringing up aircraft, and bringing up rockets. Gogogag and I have the same level of interceptor, and we both have approximately the same amount of interceptors. My advantage is that I have more tactical bombers, and they're also of a higher level. I also have naval bombers, destroyers, and cruisers, Gogogag has only really built submarines, so my navy should be able to beat his navy in open combat. I also have paratroopers. Gogogag does not have any paratroopers, so I should be able to harass his airbase network. One big advantage Gogogag has is that his artillery are elite, so they have this range advantage. I am currently upgrading mine, but it still will take a day and 8 hours, so I have to wait on that. But my numerical advantage, my rockets, and my aircraft should be enough to destroy the small army he has in France. Currently building up my army, a little bit of air force, but I just want to destroy as much of his army in France as possible so he can't consolidate his forces and push me back. I want to destroy as much as I can. And I plan to destroy his air force by using my rockets to eliminate these air bases he has, because he has a very small airbase network. For example, if I would lose an airbase, I have so many in southern France and in Italy that my planes could move to, whereas Gogogag only has one in Clermont, one in Paris, one in Brussels, and one in Groningen, Groningen, I think. So I can drop rockets onto Paris and Brussels and drop paratroopers into Clermont, and that will eliminate all of his air bases. And I also can use spies to destroy the airbase in Groningen, and maybe also the airbase in Esbjerg, and maybe the airbase here as well, which will leave him without air cover and allow me to bomb his air force on the ground. Then cleaning up his army should be a piece of cake. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you on the battlefield.